Skål! Hello everyone and welcome to another whiskey review, and we are continuing our Laphroaig series. Today I have the Laphroaig Triple Wood. It's a single malt whiskey from the island of Islay, and it is 48% alcohol. It costs around 500 Danish crowns for 70 centiliters, and it is not chill filtered, but unfortunately it is artificially colored. The reason for the name Triple Wood is that it has been aged in 3 different kinds of cask. First, it has been aged in ex-bourbon cask. After that, it has been aged in quarter cask, and at last, it has aged in oloroso sherry casks. So, if you remember the last Laphroaig video, the PX, this one is quite similar in the way that it's been aged. The PX was also first in ex-bourbon, then it was in quarter cask, and then it finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry cask. So the only difference here is this one is oloroso, the last one was PX casks. So I couldn't find anywhere how long it had been in the sherry cask, how long it had been in the quarter cask, how long it had been in the bourbon cask. So I do not know. I couldn't find it anywhere. So that could be different from the PX to this one. Other than that, they're pretty similar. They're same alcohol percentage. This one is colored, the other one wasn't. So let's look into the taste, which is of course the most important thing. All this talking about whatever. There's no sponsored content in this video, and as always, everything on this channel is just my opinion. But I really enjoyed the PX, the Laphroaig PX. I hope this one is as good, maybe even better. First of all, there's of course the well-known peaty smoke from Laphroaig. I feel like there's, but it could just be because it's some time ago that I did the other videos. I feel like there's less peaty smoke in this one. There's no sharpness, a little sharpness, not sharpness, a little alcohol feel at the back of the throat. I'm getting some kind of ocean influence, so there's a little bit of salt feeling to it. A little bit of, you know, that wet old wood down by the sea. Maybe even a little bit of seaweed. There's a tiny hint of something sweet in the background, but I can't pinpoint what it is. Vanilla, maybe a honey feel to it. Maybe it's the sherry sweetness. It's definitely not as much sweetness as the PX, so that should say something about the difference in the oloroso and the Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. The Pedro Jimenez sherry is a sweeter, more characteristic sherry, as opposed to oloroso, which is not as sweet. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's taste this bad boy. I just forgot to show you the color. It's pretty much the same color as the PX, but then again, this one was colored, the other one wasn't. There's heavy legs on this one, a lot more than the PX. But we'll be tasting this now, so skål! There's a lot of sharpness actually, both at the palate and at the finish. The palate is sharpness, but there's also peaty smoke. The finish has sharpness, and there's peaty smoke, but there's also vanilla sweetness and sherry sweetness, but only a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. We'll be taking another sip and another nose to it, just to make sure that I got it right the first time. As you know, if you watch my videos, I always do 2 sips, and it almost always changes. So, no sharpness at the back of the throat the second time I nose it. And the peaty smoke is not as powerful as before. But there's definitely in the back a vanilla sherry sweetness to it. Yeah. Other than that, it's a typical Laphroaig. So it's really good. Really good. A lot of power. Both flavor-wise, but also alcohol-wise. I like both kinds of power. Both the flavor, but also the alcohol, if it's not too sharp. So let's see the second sip. Of course, nowhere near as much sharpness as the first sip. There's a little bit on my tongue, and it's pretty much the same, both at the palate and at the finish. But the flavors, or as I said before, peaty smoke at the palate with that little bit of sharpness and power. It's just a feel of power. And the finish, I don't know if you can see that and hear that on me, but it's, my mouth is watering like crazy. But that has a little sharpness and peaty smoke, and there's definitely vanilla and sherry in the back. Definitely. But I'm actually also getting a little bit of wood and some spiciness, oak and spiciness. Probably from the quarter cask, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's not as good as the PX, in my opinion, because it's a little bit more simple, but it is very good though. I will be putting the Laphroaig triple wood at an 8.5. Now I don't remember actually what I put the PX on, but I think it was 9. So, and if it was 9, then 8.5 is the right way to put it, and that was my first thought. So yeah, an 8.5 for the Laphroaig triple wood. That was the video for today. Tomorrow we will be having another Laphroaig, and Friday I think I will be doing the last Laphroaig in this, not in the series, because there could be more later when I find more Laphroaig samples, but you know, this time later maybe more. I've already bought the next couple of whiskeys and rums, and I will be moving forward with the Teeling whiskey series. And then I had somebody from the beer club recommend a Dutch whiskey, so I bought 4 of those. And then I have a single rum and actually a blended whiskey also. So I bought 9 different kinds of whiskey and rum. 1 rum, 8 whiskeys, if I remember correctly. So I'll be doing that next week and next week again. So look forward to that. I hope you do. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with friends and family. Also, please do leave a comment down below. That would really mean a lot to me. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and maybe hit that bell button so you don't miss out. Last thing but not least, please check out my Instagram account. It's Dunkeren_. If you like what you see there, give me a follow. That would also really mean a lot to me. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.